Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. How is everyone doing? How is everything going? I am here, sitting here, maxing, relaxing, parking lot pimping, holding it down, doing the dang on thing. I'm excited to be here. Excited to, you know, um, talk about some things. We talk about some things, and yeah, we we are. Sorry. Hey, Miss SC Johnson, welcome to the live. Let me take off the the banner. Give me a moment. Hello, 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 hello. Whew. We are here. We are here. We are here. So, guys, tonight's live is going to be about my experience at a new burger shop in Phoenix, Arizona. It's called Bad Jimmy's. And I'm doing better. I'm doing better. Doing better, SC Johnson. Just out here working. I have the lawyer now that's helping me with my disability. I went to see my doctor. He said that my kidney function is getting better. It went from a 7.9 to a 6.5. So that's, thank God for that, right? So things are looking better. Things are getting better. And I just got to take every day, one day at a time, you know? I think everything will fall in place if I just keep focused on what I'm doing, you know? But I'm going to probably do another live about my kidneys and all that. Welcome to the live Chill Will crew. And who's ever watching, if you're watching this live or if you're watching the replay, make sure you go check out Chill Will crew in her channel because it's a sight to see. Please believe it, please. It's a sight to see. Phenomenal content on that channel. Phenomenal content. So, what I want to do is I want to go over here to Instagram because I want to pull up Bad Jimmy's Instagram account. Here's the Instagram. So before I get into my experience of the store, I want to show a little bit and tell a little bit about the history because in my video I did do a snippet of it, and the video will be dropping tomorrow. I believe I'm going to drop it at 5:30 my time, which would be about 4:45 West Coast time, 7:45 East Coast time is what I'm thinking. Don't quote me on that. I will set it as a premiere, and it will be set and ready to go tonight. Don't know what time tonight, but will be set tonight. So let me share the screen. So, guys, this is the restaurant Bad Jimmy's. It is a burger shop here in Phoenix, Arizona. They used to be a food truck, and they were a food truck for 2 years, but they just opened their flagship location, meaning they just opened their restaurant. Let me see if I could get down here and show you. But guys, I gotta be honest with you. They have probably, as you can see, this is the restaurant. They have probably the best smash burger in all of Phoenix, Arizona. In all of Arizona. Period. This burger was smashed so thin, but packed so much juice in every bite. It was remarkable. Remarkable what I was tasting when I ate this burger. I love smash burgers. Smash burgers is a franchise out here on the West Coast. I don't believe it's on the East Coast yet. It might be. Don't quote me on that. But when I first tasted smash burgers, when I first moved here to Arizona, it blew my mind. Blew my mind to the point where at a time I was going every week to get smash burgers. And I would get the double smash burger, and then I would get the chicken Caesar salad that they had there. This place, Bad Jimmy's, without a shadow of a doubt, is 10 times better than smash burgers. I hate to say that. I really do. But you gotta call a spade a spade. Bad Jimmy's is 10 times better than smash burgers. Let's see. They have a I guess this is their hours. I went on a Saturday around like 4:00 is when I was in there. This is the address. And they're downtown Phoenix. Just look at this burger. Look at it. And when you're looking at it, it doesn't look juicy at all. It looks packed down so thin. It's like, how can it hold any juice, any flavor? But looks can be deceiving. Looks can be very, very, very deceiving. And it is deceiving. Look at this one last picture. Just look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Wow. All I can say is wow. You know, I'm a big foodie, and I have been a foodie for a long time now. And I just know great food. I just like great food. Look at this burger. Homemade beer battered onion rings tossed with Tennessee dry rub and a house-made ranch on a double patty. This burger is crazy. This burger is crazy. Look at this bacon. Look at this burger with bacon and cheese whiz. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. And then they have a bar that's really, really nice, guys. A really, really nice bar. Let me stop sharing the screen. This is their Instagram. Bad Jimmy's. It's their Instagram. Stop sharing the screen. Come back over. What's going on, Call TV? What's going on, man? Welcome to the live. Everything good, brother? Yeah, you know what? That's something that I gotta start doing is getting milkshakes with I usually never get milkshakes at all. Never get milkshakes. But with all that being said, the customer service from Bad Jimmy's was horrible. There was a girl in there. She had curly hair, light-skinned, beautiful young lady. She had great energy. She was not at the register when I first came into the store. So let me paint the picture for you guys. I walk in the store. I said, hey, my name's Kareem Williams. I'm here because I want to do a food review. I heard a lot about y'all. What I want to do is I want to pay you for what I'm going to get. But I don't want you to make it right now because I want to go around, get pictures, do B-roll, stuff like that, administrative stuff. So then that way, when I order the burger and I eat the burger on camera, it's as hot as possible. So when I try to do a food review, I try to get the food at the hottest point I could possibly get it, outside of taking pictures and for the Instagram and all that. I want to taste it how a regular customer would taste it. And sometimes when you're doing all this setting up and B-roll and all this stuff, your food will get cold. And I experienced that in the very beginning of doing food reviews because I would be taking pictures, doing all this other stuff, setting up cameras, and before you know it, food's ice cold. So what I started doing all that before. So then that way, when I get the food, I'll sit it down, I'll take pictures, I'll take my B-roll really quickly. Then I'm already set up to where all I got to do is throw my camera on the thing, hit play, sit down, 1, 2, 3, go. You know? It's not fresh out of the oven because I'm doing everything myself, but it's not ice cold, been sitting there for 10, 15 minutes either. Riley, Dad's doing his live, okay? Dad's doing his live. Riley wants to play now. Sheesh. I don't know why he does this, but Riley's going to be Riley. Anyway, moving on. So while I'm doing the B-roll, the guy brings me out my food. And I'm like, hey, I specifically told the guy at the register. Now, mind you, when I'm speaking to this guy at the register, because at this time it was a guy that was at the register, he had a look on his face, like really, really a weird look. Like he looked like he didn't have social skills. Like he looked like he shouldn't be working in the people's business. Meaning, I can't tell nobody what type of job to go after, what type of job to get, but he's clearly not the person that you want to have at the register at your establishment because he's not a people person. He doesn't smile when you come to the front counter. He's not enthusiastic to tell you about what's on the menu. He's just not a great cashier in my eyes. You know? When I think of a cashier, I think of somebody that is talkative, is friendly, you know, well-spoken. Somebody that when you go into a restaurant, you want to be greeted with love and respect. You know, you want to be treated as you're a customer. I didn't get that from him. He just looked at me really weird. You could tell maybe he's a kid that likes to play video games in the basement. I don't know. Speculating. But he's definitely not a person that you should have at your front counter welcoming customers to the store, into the store. So I told him, don't make the sandwich until I tell you to make it. Which shouldn't have been a problem. Because it has to, listen, I want to pay for it now. If that's a problem, I'll pay for it later and you can make it. But I would rather pay for it now, so as it doesn't look like I'm just coming in here taking a bunch of pictures. I am ordering some food, which this is the plan. I'm there to do a food review, right? So the runner, and if you don't know what a runner is a person in a restaurant that brings you your food. So a lot of times you may order your food, You sit down, and then somebody brings you the food. Some restaurants is a waiter. In some restaurants that's more established, they have runners. Well, Bad Jimmy's has runners. So you order your food, you sit down. They don't have servers, but they have people running the food out to you. Okay? Kind of like In-N-Out Burger, if you know what In-N-Out Burger is. I don't know no burger spot on the East Coast, but for the West Coast, it would be In-N-Out Burger. Right? So as I'm sitting outside, I'm realizing, hey, this music is too loud. I can't film in here because they got the music blasting. Here comes the runner with the food. So I say to the runner, I'm like, hey, I specifically told him not to make the food right now. I would tell him when to make it. I specifically said that. And he looks at me like, well, can't you take pictures and everything of the food and then eat it later? I said, my goal is to eat the food on camera at the hottest point that I can have it. So that way I'm experiencing as a customer coming in and not as a food reviewer that's giving you a review on cold food. That's not going to be a good review if I'm eating cold food. I don't go into places to set myself up for destruction. I don't want to have a bad experience. I don't want to eat bad food. I want to eat good food. I want to praise restaurants. I want to uplift restaurants. I don't want to tear them down. That's not the goal. But when it comes to customer service, these places have to start hiring people that are people friendly. These places have to start hiring people that are social. They have to, because if they don't, the businesses is going to suffer from it. Now, this place has such a great product that they can get by, but poor customers said, I'm not, he's just one person. I haven't even gotten to the female. I believe she was of, Asian descent, if I'm not mistaken. Her attitude was horrific. Super horrific. Super horrific. But anyway, let's stick to the dude with the food. So he's telling me, well, you could just take the pictures and then eat it then. I'm like, bro, I need to set my camera up, do all this. I still got a lot of B-roll to go get. I still got some filming I need to go do. I told him specifically not to make the burger now. He said, okay. If he said, okay, why am I getting my burger as I'm doing my B-roll? So after he huffed and puffed, he took the food back. I said, thank you. I'll tell you when to make it. So I go outside. I film my intro. I come back in. Now there's this Asian lady. I believe she's Asian. Was at the register. So I go to her and I'm like, hey, I have a couple of questions about the history of Bad Jimmy's. You guys started out as a food truck, right? So as I'm asking her this, she's looking at me with the weirdest look possible, like it's a weird question. No, it's a simple question. And I said, listen, I'm doing a food review and I have a segment that I want to put in there that speaks on the history of the establishment, how it went from a food truck to a brick and mortar business and the success of that. So she tells me, well, I don't know. Maybe somebody else will know. And walks away from me. Walks away. So I'm somebody that's doing a review. Somebody that has 10,000 followers on Facebook, 3,000 followers on Instagram. That brings you to 13,000. Another 500 on TikTok, right? And then another 2,000 on YouTube. So that's a total of 15,000 subscribers that may not know about your establishment or where you work. Not trying to toot my own horn, not trying to say I'm an authority or anything, but people watch my videos across these platforms. And some of these people are in Arizona. So for me to ask you about the history and you tell me you don't know and walk away, why not go get somebody that does know? Why not go get somebody that does know? Is that hard? Is that difficult? Welcome to the live. Karma's a bitch. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are doing okay. Guys, let's take a 30-second break really quickly. Let's take a 30-second break. Okay, we're back. So, after dealing with her, I came across this very, very polite lady. She had on a yellow shirt, really curly hair. She was phenomenal. She was the epitome of great customer service. She should have been at the front, ringing people up. Towards the end, when I was about to leave, she was ringing people up. But when I first got there, was that guy that was on zombie mode, as I want to call it. Then you have the runner that's getting pissed off because he had to take the food back. Like, it's not hurting you. I already told him, please don't make the food until I ask you to make the food. I'm paying you now. But I think next time, to avoid that, I will pay the people when I'm ready to eat. After I do all of my B-roll and everything, I'll pay them for what I want, and then they can make it then. I think that's what I'll do in the future, going forward. Anyway, once I've done all that, I get the food, I do the review. Food is phenomenal, guys. I can't wait for you guys to see this review. The kind of the angles that I got. I got one angle in front of the store, on the sides of the store. Is just, I didn't want to ask them after the attitude I got from the Asian chick and the dude that looks like he plays video games in the basement. I didn't want to go ask them, can they turn the music down? Music was blasting. And I'm like, there's no way I'll get away with doing this food review without getting a copyright strike. So what I did was I improvised and I did the food review outside in front of the store, standing up. Was it painful? Very, very painful. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make things happen. You got to do what you got to do to make things happen. There's a big problem going on with the customer service that people are receiving in restaurants. It's nothing short of horrible. I don't understand the hiring process and how people are getting hired with such nonchalant, stank attitudes. I mean, that chick, not the one with the curly hair. The girl with the curly hair was amazing. She deserves a raise. I wish I would have got her name, but she deserves a raise without a shadow of a doubt. But that Asian chick, she needs to go. And that dude doesn't ever need to be at the front of the store handling customers. He just should not. No, it's not a franchise. They only have just the one location now. The one store location. There used to be a food truck. And then when I asked her about the history of the store, because I'm doing a food review, she says she don't know. Ask, maybe ask somebody that may know. Well, wouldn't it dawn on you to maybe go get a manager or go get somebody that's running the store to give me that information? Because if my food review is good and I'm giving great value in my food review, more people are going to come to the store. It's a me help you, you help me type situation. Nobody's better than nobody. Yeah, they really did. They really did. But I can't say anything bad about the food itself. The food was magnificent. The food was very good. The French fries, the waffle fries, were rivaling Chick-fil-A without a shadow of a doubt. Please believe it, please. And when this live is over, and when I get the link for the food review, for anybody that's watching the replay, you'll be able to click the link in the description to watch the food review. Oh, if that makes any sense. For anybody that's watching the replay, click the link in the description and it will take you to the actual food review. Because when the food review drops, I'm going to add it to the description of this video. So, people could get there. But that's all, folks. My experience as far as the customer service aspect at Bad Jimmy's was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But the food was so good that I would go back. Hopefully the owner watched this and he makes some corrections to who he has at that front counter. Because when you come through the store and you wait in line, that's the first person you talk to, whoever's at that register. Whoever's at that register needs to be smiling. When somebody comes through the door, they need to say hello. I'll be right with you. And they need to embrace their job. Be happy that they're there. The people that I got to deal with outside of the girl with the curly hair gave me the vibes that they didn't want to be there and they don't like to deal with people. So why are they in customer service? Guys, when this video is over, please come back and leave a comment in the comment section. If you're watching the replay, the link for the food review will be in the description once the food review drops, which will be tomorrow. And I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank everybody for listening. And in the comment section, let me know about a time that you had a bad experience at a restaurant and how did you react to it. Shout out to SC Johnson. Shout out to Karma's a Bitch. Shout out to Chill Will Crew. Shout out to Call TV. Shout out to everybody. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming. And remember, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, turn on all notifications. When I drop a video, you can be notified. Bad Jimmy's food review coming tomorrow. I'm thinking 5:45 Mountain Standard Time. That's 4:45 West Coast Time, 7:45 East Coast Time. Is what I'm thinking. I'll keep you updated. I'll set it as a premiere. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Please come back and leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what restaurant you went to and had a bad experience and how you handled it. Thank you. Have a great night, everyone.